made its lunge, and at that moment Anna flinched away, and the dog caught her shoulder instead of her face. Gold was barely halfway down the hill, arms pumping, feet sliding in the boots. He seemed to be running in place, held at a fixed, unbridgeable distance, as the dog dragged Anna backward off the sled, shaking her like a doll. Gold threw himself down the hill helplessly. Then the distance vanished, and he was there. The sled was overturned, the snow churned up. The dog had marked this ground as its own. It still had Anna by the shoulder. Gold heard the rage boiling in its gut. He saw the tensed hindquarters and the flattened ears and the red gleam of gum under the wrinkled snout. Anna was on her back, her face bleached and blank, staring at the sky. She had never looked so small. Gold seized the chain and yanked at it, but could get no purchase in the snow. The dog only snarled more fiercely and started shaking Anna again. She didn't make a sound. Her silence made Gold go hollow and cold. He flung himself onto the dog and hooked his arm under its neck and pulled back hard. Still, the dog wouldn't let go. Gold felt its heat and the profound rumble of its will. With his other hand he tried to pry the jaw loose. His gloves were slippery with drool. He couldn't get a good grip. Gold's mouth was next to the dog's ear. He said, "Let go, damn you!" And then he took the ear between his teeth and bit down with everything he had. He heard a yelp, and something cracked against his nose, knocking him backward. When he pushed himself up, the dog was running for home, jerking its head from side to side, scattering flecks of blood on the snow. The whole thing took maybe 60 seconds, Gold said, maybe less, but it went on forever. He'd told the story many times now, and always mentioned this. He knew it was trite to marvel at how time could stretch and stall, but he was unable not to. Nor could he stop himself from repeating that it was a miracle, the radiologist's word, that Anna hadn't been crippled or disfigured or even killed, and that her doctor didn't understand how she'd escaped damage to her bones and nerves. Though badly bruised, her skin hadn't even been broken. Gold loved his daughter's face. He loved her face as a thing in itself to be wondered at, studied. Yet after the attack he couldn't look at Anna in the same way. He kept seeing the dog lunge at her, and himself stuck forever on that hill. And then his heart began to kick, and he grew taut and restless and angry. He didn't want to think about the dog anymore. He wanted it out of the picture. It should be put down. It was crazy, a menace, and it was still there waiting to tear into some other kid because the police refused to do anything. "They won't do a thing," he said. "Nothing." He was going through the whole story again with his cousin Tom Rourke on a Sunday afternoon, a week after the attack.